I've seen it. We've had people that have bled to death from nosebleeds. It happens. We've seen it. Within the last 6 months, we had a case in our hospital.
People come in and they're very anxious, very anxiety-ridden, very scared.
Having used the Rapid Rhino now for several years, it's very easy to insert, usually less painful for people than the previous products. And when we remove the Rapid Rhino, they usually don't bleed or require any further intervention and can go and see an ENT specialist somewhere down the line, rather than being admitted to hospital.
Well, I've seen some really bad ones over the years. A couple of people that would have died actually without going to surgery. You know, we see a lot of people now with nosebleeds because the elderly population is more and more are on blood thinners. They're on Plavix, they're on Xarelto, Eliquis, and when they start bleeding, they never stop.
Well, first of all, it's very upsetting for a patient to come in with epistaxis, and it's not something that many of the providers are so comfortable with because it's messy.
I was in a difficult situation. I was uncomfortable. It was actually one of our hospitalists that had a pretty catastrophic nosebleed. He was diaphoretic, he was pale. And what I found was the Rapid Rhino was extremely easy to use, very quick to use, it seemed relatively comfortable to the patient, and I was able to get hemostatic control very easily.
Since I started using Rapid Rhino, I never have to pack anything. So it's so easy. You just wet it, check it to make sure it works, slide it in there, blow it up, and that's it. It's a great product, it's easy to use, patients understand it.
For the patient, I mean, it's so scary to be bleeding out of your nose and mouth all at the same time. So, you know, to know that all of a sudden that is just stopped and controlled it's great. So it makes them relax, it helps me relax. It works fast, which is really key. So once the bleeding is stopped, the patient's a lot more comfortable than they were before. And if the pressure's too high, I can remove a little bit of the air inside the balloon and I can relieve some of the pressure and still have enough direct pressure to be able to keep the bleeding slowed or stopped.
I find it's much better tolerated by patients than some of the other products. There's a lot less discomfort, both subjectively and looking at the patient, they're not as distressed. I like the ability to vary the pressure and have that clinical ability rather than sticking something in and hope that it expands to an appropriate size to give you hemostasis. And I feel more comfortable sending patients home with close follow-up when they're using Rapid Rhino.
The product that you guys have is amazing. It's simple, the patients like it. The ENTs love it, that I use it. Very minimal discomfort for the patient, and I think I get great results all the time.
I am no longer fearful of that scenario and can enter a room literally quite confident that we can manage it, and we can manage it quickly. What has been a real game changer for me is the Rapid Rhino.
We actually do keep the Smith Nephew, the Rapid Rhino, in stock at our hospital, and we recently ran out of them. And I have become very reliant on your product, and it kind of put me into a mode that I hadn't been in a while. It's always good to have adjunctive and extra help, but these pesky nosebleeds, I've had a lot of success with this product, and I'm very thankful for them.